Hi everyone, I'm Jackie Wilson, one of the co-founders of Positively Empowered Kids. And today we have an inspirational lady who is going to tell us a little bit more about herself and some tips and ideas that she's got for this time that we're in and how she can support families and give you some ideas to take away. So I would like to welcome Sarah Stones. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Jackie. Great to be with you today. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome, as always. I always love having conversations with you, Sarah. So we met, I don't know, a couple of years ago, was it, originally?
Yeah, I think it was now.
Something like that. It's a while ago. 2017, maybe, 2018. So tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
So I'm passionate about enabling people to shine, and I do that through looking at what motivates people and developing people's knowledge and understanding of the impact that our motivators have on everything that we do, from our making decisions to even the language we use. And if we're more motivated, then we not only have better relationships, we know that we learn better, we think faster, and we're more creative. And actually, if we're motivated, it's much easier to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. I think, this particular time that we're in, I think there's quite a few people struggling with the motivation side of it. And like you said, for me, from the conversations we've had, it didn't occur to me before long conversations with you that actually the core is we need to feel motivated to do anything in life. And particularly young people, finding out what motivates them is really useful, and for them to know it themselves, for us to know it ourselves, is a powerful thing, don't you think?
Completely. And actually, people that are really struggling at the moment, we've all got 9 different motivators, but actually, if one of them is the need for freedom and independence, for example, and you're stuck in the house, that need won't be being met at the moment. The same as if you are really motivated by routine and security and stability, that's gone as well at the moment. So actually, it's about giving yourself time to readjust and thinking, actually, is it friendship? Is it making a difference? Is it being competitive? What is it that really motivates me or my child? So that actually we can then think about, okay, so knowing that, what can we do? What can we put in place over the next few weeks to make sure that that motivator is going to be met?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And as you were speaking, I kind of recognized straight away that freedom, I know freedom is one of my motivators. I like the freedom to go where I want to go, do what I want to do. And that has been taken away from me. And I noticed, again, this is me reflecting from what you've just said, for myself, that very first week when the lockdown happened, I was so frustrated because I couldn't do what I normally do and have that freedom. And I suppose I have adjusted, and kind of like the other day we went out for a 3.5 hour walk, and I kind of have those moments where if I need to get out or go for my hour exercise and get out in the garden. And so I am creating now without even thinking until you've said it. I'm now realizing what I'm doing. I'm motivating myself to still have that freedom of choice. And actually to bring our attention to that right now at this moment in time is crucial. Actually, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, and I was speaking to a mum only last night with an 8-year-old, and the three of them at home at the moment, and she, like you, really loves having freedom and independence. And I think it's so hard, particularly for parents with smaller children at home at the moment. And I've suggested to a number of people just taking it in terms of maybe if there is 2 adults or more in the house, then maybe have 1 day a week each at least where you can go out for a walk or a run or a bike ride on your own, so that you just get in that bit of me time. It's so
Sure.
crucial.
Definitely. So just tell us a bit about how you work with people. So do you work one-to-one? Do you work online? How would somebody find out what motivates them? What would they need to
So,
do?
so normally I do a lot of one-to-one online or on the phone anyway, as well as going into schools and working with leadership teams and working with children. At the moment, because my need is to make a difference, and I've seen the difference that it does make to people, I'm running some free online webinars for parents, and I'm offering to do it for schools as well, either so that the school can put it out or for the teachers in a staff meeting, because teachers are so love making a difference, and teachers are struggling with not being able to be there for their class at the moment as well.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so I'm doing the free online webinars, which gives you a really good idea of the motivators. But if you really want to know exactly what motivates you or your child, and not only what motivates them, but how well those motivators are being met at the moment, and crucially have some real good strategies for supporting them, then I do one-to-one sessions using an amazing tool that you've already
Hmm.
seen, Jackie, called the motivational map, which in
Hmm.
10 minutes tells us really accurately and quite spookily what motivates us.
Yeah, it's a great tool because I've worked with you with a young lad, haven't I, just to find out what his motivators were, and that was so revealing to find that out for him, so that he can understand himself better. So great, it's a great tool, definitely, and like you say, it's quick to
I
do.
love using it because it's just wow. It's like when people read it, it's like you can see that light bulb moment happening.
Yeah, definitely.
And and I think the other thing is when we're in a house with people with different motivators. So if you want freedom and independence, and other people in your house want structure and order and want to be planning everything to the day and through the day, then actually that probably, I'm guessing, quite infuriate you.
Sure.
And actually, when I work with families, we look at everybody's motivators so
Mm-hmm.
that we can then actually have those conversations about, well, I need this and actually you need that. So if there's a child that really loves learning, let's look at a project that they can do over the next few weeks to keep them occupied.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just work those learning, the ways that we can support our child to learn, work that round what motivates them.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So, Sarah, if you were to kind of share your own wisdom of how people can kind of navigate through this time, obviously, if they want the motivation side of it, and it all is all obviously linked with the motivation, what would be your top tips?
I think it's think about where you get your energy from and try and do something to meet that motivator every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what are the 9 motivators? Can you just let us know what they are?
Yeah. So if I start with the searcher, which is, so I'll go through them. There's a friendship, routine and order,
Mm-hmm.
um, being a star and being recognized. Uh, that's where if you've got a small child who loves having a star chart on the wall and respond to that, then they're likely to be a high star. There's
Mm-hmm.
the builder, which is all around competition, and then there's learning and development and being in charge, taking responsibility. You can always see the bossy children
Yeah.
in the playground. Give it, and if you've got a child that loves that, give them some jobs to be responsible for, and they'll love that. And then
Sure.
we've got the creator, which is all about you're motivated by thinking outside the box and coming up with really wacky ideas and new ways of doing things. And finally, you've got the spirit, which we talked about, which is all about freedom and independence.
Mm-hmm. That's brilliant. So if people want to get in touch with you, because I know for me, kind of thinking about my family, it's something we all need. I feel that it'd be really important to know, because if once we get to know more about each other, it really does help us have better relationships.
Yeah,
Definitely, just to kind of accept people for their needs and be able to support that with a deeper understanding. Powerful stuff. So how people
complete.
get in touch with you, Sarah?
So my website is plainsailingmotivation.co.uk, or there's a Facebook page, Plain Sailing Motivation.
That's great.
And I'm
Is there
also
any?
on Twitter actually. So, and that's motivated edu. So it's motivated edu.
Fabulous. And you're very active on Twitter. I know that.
Yeah, I love Twitter. When I first went on it, I had no idea why, but it's a great place to swap ideas.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay, is there anything else you want to add before we come to the end of this interview?
I think you've asked some brilliant questions, Jackie, actually. Um, but if anybody did want to do motivational maps for themselves and find out exactly then I am doing a special offer during the lockdown period, and you can find that on my website.
Fabulous. Well, on that note, Sarah, thank you so much for your time and helping Positively Empowered Kid get people knowing about what great things are out there and little tips and ideas. I'm sure it would have inspired quite a few minds to take some action and thinking about what motivates us in our houses, so that we can make a bigger difference. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. Take
Take
care,
care.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.